What's happening, Roland? Well, today is Friday, and today is Friday. It's the update. It's the second week of November, and it's a big cold front. I was dressed pretty warmly, but this morning it was down to in the 50s. And what we do? We found running water. This is another running water situation, but this morning we had another situation where we caught 40 bass. And what I'm doing right now, I have this Aruka shad that I designed for Spro. And watch this. It's just automatic. I mean, I'm telling you, there's fish out here. Uh-oh. I'm just out here, and I just have to kind of just slow roll it along. And I'd be very surprised if I don't get one this cast because they're really out here. But anyway, I'm just strolling along. See if I get one. And mainly, this is high water. Let's see. I didn't get one that time. Okay, so let me go up the wall. Let me go up this way. I'll just go right up here. And I'll come right down the wall. I'll come right down the wall. Oop, there's one here. One here. I got him. Look at that. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's like 80 bass. That's like the 80th bass we caught today. Now, we've had some 4 and 5 and 6 pounders. And so today, I got a special guest. This guy is from Dallas, Texas. And his name is, I forgot.
Charles Covey.
Charles. I was calling him Charles all day. Hey, Charles. Hey, Charles Covey. Okay, Charles. Okay, I'm holding the phone for you. And watch this, Charles. You caught most of the fish today. I was just showing the camera what to do, and Charles is from Dallas, and he was telling me about that club you have.
Oh yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a thing they have in Dallas called Private Water Fishing Club, and they've got about 100 lakes, all managed for bass, and so they're anywhere from 10 acres up to 50 acres. So it's a lot of small water, but it's good. I just take my little boat out there, and I'll have the whole lake to myself. So that's kind of fun.
Oh,
so we do around Dallas.
Now, you've caught some good fish out there, and I know that there's some actual double-digit fish there in Texas. So, today is kind of a numbers day. We were talking about what we could do today, and I mentioned this moving water. So what I did, I went ahead and committed to this moving water situation. I'm just kind of hold it just for a second. But really, what we're doing is we're using 3 or 4 different baits. Now, we had another spinner bait, and I just got it in my pocket right here. The problem was we threw the spinner bait out, and the other fish would bite the spinner, and we'd get one fish on this hook, and another one would grab the swivel and actually tear the blade off. So that ruined that. Another thing that we're using is we're taking this big swim worm. It's actually this is the Magnum speed worm, and we're taking it and running it on a big Carolina rig, and we ran it and we caught a whole bunch of fish on it, but then we lost it in the rocks over there. We haven't gone back to the boat to get another one. The other thing we're doing, and watch this, it's really cool. I caught the first couple right here. This plug here, this is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite deals. This is a topwater plug by Spro. It's a Spro Pop 80. And that thing, I'm telling you folks, I've caught 5 or 6 beautiful bass on it. And how I'm doing it is I'm throwing it out there, and I'm just letting it sit and just working real slow and easy. And I caught some beautiful bass on it. Big old 4 or 5 pounders right here. Some of the bigger fish hit topwater. So what I'm doing, I'm just letting it drift in the current. And it's funny that they're seeing the profile of it, I guess, silhouetted against the sky, and it's just drifting, just slow and easy. Oh, I just missed one. I missed one. He's missed it. He missed it. Might have to throw back. But anyway, this is really a big deal. Now, yesterday we had another day. Okay, now yesterday we had a day about like today. The only difference was I had a 13-year-old girl from Salt Lake City, and her father said that she had never caught a bass over 3 pounds. So I made her the designated angler. It's kind of like when you're saltwater fishing and you're tarpon fishing or something. Somebody is the designated angler, and we're feeding him all the rods. Whatever rod goes off, we're going to have that person take the rod. Well, I put out 2 shiner rods for this gal, and it was all I could do to keep her busy. And I'd hand her one and wanted to take it down. She ended up catching 50 bass yesterday. She caught 50 because we fed her all these shiners, and she was just catching them right and left and right. And she had a couple around 6 pounds, a couple around 5 pounds. And so that was quite a day, and the father was just excited. He'd caught some bass up in the 7-pound class. We didn't catch anything quite that big yesterday, but we had some 6-pound bass. But the point was, she was thoroughly hooked on fishing. You know, that's the thing about a 13-year-old little, in this case, a little girl that, and I have a granddaughter that's not much older, a little Hillary. She's hooked on fishing as well. And so, you know, it's so neat to see those young kids, you know, get really enthusiastic about fishing. That's kind of what it's all about. Now, the day before that, we had another deal. I had one shiner party. It was kind of funny. I make people the designated angler. So if we're going to just shiner fish, what I did the other day was I just fed this guy Scott the rods, and it ended up with it where it was Scott 42 for the day and Roland 2. I mean, he was 22 times better. But actually, I was just feeding them rods and I wasn't fishing. And so today I am fishing. I'm just kind of showing you what I'm doing, and then what we're doing here. We're catching a lot of fish, but the top water bite was real sensational. Again, there's two sides to this current, and it seems like when we first got here, if you notice the current comes down, there's like a fast little seam here, and there's like a back eddy right here. If you notice, it kind of curls around. And so where this back eddy is, where the seam is, the seam, if you throw right there, that's kind of the seam between the eddy and the other current. And that's where the first couple of fish hit, just like right where my plug is right now. And I just had a strike there a second ago, but he missed it. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on right now. Just fishing these topwater plugs. Now yesterday, it was funny. Yesterday afternoon, about 1 o'clock, we got to fishing this Spro Pop 80, and yesterday with that little 13-year-old and the father, and we caught over 20 bass, and a couple of them were 5 pounds on that very same plug. So it's a viable deal, even on a cold front deal. Now here's the deal about a cold front. I want to tell people when they come down to Florida what to expect, because everybody wants to catch a big old bass down in Florida, but you got to have the weather right. Okay, here's the key to weather. If you find out that it's been monstrously cold weather and a lot of wind, try to schedule your trip so that you get the warming trend. What you don't want is falling water temperatures. What you want is rising water temperatures. That's the key to Florida fishing. If you come right after the cold front, when the weather's finally back in the 70s and 80s and the water temperature's coming up every day, that's when you'll catch them. The reverse is bad. When it's getting colder and colder and colder and colder, they shut down. So I just want to tell you, watch your weather forecast and try to get a prognosis on when you're going to have that rising water temperature. Because now here's it's almost December, and you're going to have a couple cold fronts in December that are going to be debilitating. January, you'll have 3 or 4 cold fronts that there'll be a couple days in January you won't be able to catch anything. It's going to be windy and falling water temperatures are going to be horrible. But there's going to be a half a dozen great days in January where the water temperature is rising and plenty of big bass will bite. The other thing that happens in January, February, and March is on the rising water temperature, bass spawn. So there's 2 times to really kind of schedule your trip. One is on the full moon period, and that's, once a month. And the other is on the new moon period. That's say in the middle of the month, whatever it is, 15 days later. If you come in for just a little bit, how much time? 10 minutes?
1 minute. 1 minute left.
1 minute left. It's 9 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I like to make like a 10-minute video, and so anyway, that's kind of the whole secret of coming down to Florida is trying to get a big bass, hit that rising water temperature. Okay, I'm gonna give this Aruka shad back, and I'm gonna let you see at least one more fish get caught. Let's see what we can do here. Gonna make a little cast right up here. Let's see what happens. I know he's gonna catch one. It's right the deal. It's right the deal. His rod tip's going. Oh, he didn't get one. He didn't get one. Maybe we caught. Oh, you got one. He had one to hit it.
Missed it.
He missed it. You got it. Oh, no, missed it. He just missed one. He just missed it right there. He just missed it. Now we haven't caught any real big ones. So tomorrow we're gonna. Oh, you got one. He's got one. He's got another one. He's got another one. In 3 or 4 casts. I mean, that's just a little one. But tomorrow we're gonna concentrate on shiners. We're gonna go to the Headwaters Lake. We're not in Headwaters right now. We're actually in the Stick Marsh. But this is actually the headwaters of the St. Johns River. What you're looking out at is the very, very start of the St. Johns River. It's coming out of the Stick Marsh right here. And that is the St. Johns River right here. It's the very, very start of it. So anyway, that's what we're doing right now. We're fishing the very upper reaches of this. It's not navigable at this point except by airboat. The only way you can get this far up. And you can actually get in here by boat. It's illegal. This is all legal water to fish. So it's really good. You got another one? Hey, I got another one. Oh, he's got a big one. He's got a big one. Bigger fish. Anyway, folks, that's what's going on in my world. Kind of a cool deal. That's that Ruco shad's got those big spro hooks on them. So if you would, I'm just going to hand you the camera back and I'm going to close it out here in just a second. And I want to just tell everybody, hey, thanks for watching, and I appreciate you watching this YouTube. And I'm trying to bring you current information on what's going on right now. And so we'll see you again soon. And again, thanks for watching.